Good morning. I want to talk about downloading files. I've mentioned this before, but I think it bears mentioning again for people that may have multiple files that they get sent if they're beta testing or other things like that. I'm going to talk about Eclipse, which is court reporting software, and how I like to download my files. So I'm going to go to the website where uh, my files are located, and I can see that there's a new file here that I don't have. It's version 6.0.0.10. Now normally the idea is you just click on download and it will drop in the file. I'm going to do it like that. Click on it, and you can see it'll drop it down. Now, I've already apparently downloaded that file before, and you can see it puts a little paren 1 close paren, which means that there is a previous version of that file that I have downloaded on my computer. But what I like to do, instead of doing it this way, so that I know exactly which version is which, instead of being paren 1, paren 2, paren 3, etc., I like to go over here to the word download. I'm going to right click and I'm going to save link as. And when I do that, it's going to give me an ability to name the file instead of just automatically downloading it. And then you can see here it would be paren 2 close paren for another download of the same file. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the end of that file. I'm going to hit backspace. I'm going to call it 6.0.0.10 and save it that way. Now, if you're not sure where it's going, you can always look up here at your path and see that it's, for me, it's going into the download section. If you perhaps have a different folder that you're putting stuff in for programs and stuff like that, just make sure that you've got your path chosen correctly and that you're good to go. And then normally once you do that, the computer remembers where you downloaded the last time, and it will go back to that same section. So I've got my file named here. I've got the number out beside it that I want to have. And now I'm going to hit save, and it's going to save the file down to the download folder. So let's go here and check. And I can see that I've got the file right here. And notice also it's at the top of my window because I've clicked on date. If you click on that button right there, you can see how it will adjust the folder viewing. And so what I like to do is I like to click it to where it puts the most recent files that I've downloaded at the top of this window, short of the folders here. You can click on name and you can get a different setup of how you want the folder to show or to be able to view stuff. And you can just keep on clicking through there and get different ideas of how things would set up, which makes it easier for you maybe to find stuff. So I've got it back the way it was. I'm going to click on date, and then here is my most recent file that I pulled down. Now some people might think, well, this isn't the same name as what it was called over here. You can see I've named it differently, and is it going to work or is it going to open up? And the answer is yes, it will. Just because you've given it a different name or you've put some numbers out beside it to designate which update that is, it's still going to open. So let's just click right here and let's just see if it does. It's going to say, hey, user account control, blah, blah, blah. Click on yes, go through, click on next. I'm going to install it because it's putting it where it needs to put it. So let's see what happens here after it installs, and we're done. I'm going to minimize this screen, go to my Eclipse 6, double click. I want to go in here, And now we can see that under Help, About, version 6.0.0.10. So I'm good to go. And that's how I like to download files off of my internet. And so just remember, you find a file that you like. If there's maybe a version number out beside it, like in this case, like I showed you, you can right click on download, or you can right click over here and save as again, and then here's your directory of where you want to put it. Now let's say, for instance, just as an example, that maybe you wanted to put it under maybe the Eclipse folder or somewhere else. I've mentioned before about making shortcuts, but if you go to like maybe a different folder, you could go here to say Documents and then find, okay, here it is right here, blah blah blah. You could do it that way. But up here on desktop, a neat little thing about making shortcuts, like I've showed in previous videos, is if you wanted to put it to a different folder somewhere, you can just go in here, and if you've made a shortcut, you can quickly click in there to the shortcut icon, and it will take you quickly to that shortcut that way. And so another way that you can use those shortcuts to your advantage. In my case, I'm just going to drop it in the Downloads folder, and that's where I wanted it to go. So with that being said, I will close this video, and hope that that helps you all make sense of downloading files, and maybe gives you some ideas on easier ways to download some files and put them where they need to go. Thanks.